friends, welcome to Home with Kelly P. As you can see, we're standing here in front of my Christmas tree, which only can mean that I am now finally decorating my family room for Christmas 2024. Besides the tree, my fireplace mantle is the other focal point in this room. And today I want to share with you some tips that I use in order to make a beautiful, lush fireplace mantle without having all the most trendy or on point garlands and things like that. I do not have one of those Norfolk real feel, real touch garlands. I have some cheap garlands that I've used throughout the years. I have a lot of picks. So I want to show you some of the ways that I use them in order to make my garland look lush and beautiful. Now, as for the tree, I've already decorated it. I'm not going to take you through step by step of how I decorate my tree. There are so many great videos out there about that, specifically when it comes to putting ribbon on your tree. I am by no means an expert. And sometimes when I put ribbon on my tree, I stand back and I'm not a fan, but until I get the rest of the ornaments on there, that's when it all comes together. Decorating a tree is such a personal thing. And no matter what you do on your tree, with your tree, it will be beautiful. Remember, it's for your home, your family. I'm of the camp that you do whatever you want on your tree, whether it's colored lights, white lights, ribbon, no ribbon, lots of ornaments, very few ornaments. It's very personal, and I encourage you to just do what you always love to do. And that's exactly what I've done with my tree. I will take you through some of the ornaments that are extremely special to us on this tree and give you a little bit of a background on them. So without any further ado, let's get to decorating my family room for Christmas 2024. I hope that you enjoy. I have been collecting greenery picks for years. Some of them I found on clearance, others from the dollar store, and some were just items I picked up because I loved the look of them. And none of these were expensive, but when you layer them into an inexpensive garland and add them thoughtfully, you can totally transform the look of your display. Here's a look at how my fireplace mantle sits right now. I've cleaned it off, but it really is the focal part of the room. The garland I'm going to lay down first. It is old, it's inexpensive, and honestly, it's a little thin. I've had it for so long. But with a few simple tricks, I'm going to turn it into a lush, full, and expensive looking garland. And I'm going to use all the picks and everything that I already have. Of course, just like your Christmas tree, you want to make sure that you take the time to fluff out the green garland and just give it that good base for all the other picks to go into. Now I'm just going to take this other garland that I picked up from IKEA a number of years ago. It's a eucalyptus garland, and I'm going to weave it in amongst the greenery underneath. And this will just give another texture to the overall look and feel of the garland. Of course, adding those twinkle lights always makes it more magical. But what I found was that these two strands of lights that I have, they both have half the set out. So instead of throwing them out and wasting them for this year, I'm going to try and reuse them. And it's as simple as taking the half of the garland of lights that is burnt out and just hiding it underneath the rest of the garland. By doing this, you will still get that warm, glowing effect that we all love at Christmas time, but you're not wasting any of the strand. Plus, it's a great way to stretch those old lights for just another season. Remember, it's all about getting creative with what you have. Now I'm going to be adding in more greenery picks that I've had forever. They're actually all kind of simple, but when you nestle them into the garland, it gives the whole piece more dimension. And just by layering in the different textures, like these pine sprigs or berries, it really adds to that rich, full look without spending a fortune.
Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come.
I had picked up these red velvet balls last year from Hobby Lobby, and although I do love them and I added them into the garland, when I stepped back, it was almost overwhelming. So I decided to take them out. As much as I love these, I decided to take them out and replace them with a simple red berry sprig, and it made the world of difference, and I really loved the way it came together.
And the stars up above are smiling when they see you hold.
The last thing I wanted to add to the fireplace were these strands of gold bells that I picked up on a recent vacation in Arizona, again from Hobby Lobby on their 50% off sale. What a great deal these were, and they are so sweet. I love the gold and the twinkle it gets off the lights, yet I also love the little bit of rustic feel with the twine that is there holding them together. I really did love this, and I loved having them sit in front of the mantel instead of nestled in. They have their own little moment now on the fireplace.
To be given, how lucky can this old heart be? And I fall into peace and silence.
And you may notice that I added in a few sparkly ornaments into the garland as well, just to tie it back to the Christmas tree that sits right next to it. And these little additions just elevated this garland that little bit more and really gave it a beautiful look. Now it is the next day, and I'm going to finish up the rest of the room. And because my mantle and my tree are all done, I really wanted to set that mood and light a candle that is in the fir scent from Bath and Body Works.
Listening to this song playing on.
Until I can pick up some more greenery, I'd like to go and get some real stems to try and make a swag for the top of the mirror. For now, I'm just going to add in another one of my favorite little bows on top, just to give the top of the mirror a little bit more of a festive feel. If you follow me over on Instagram, and I would love for you to come on over there and give me a follow as well. I did do a reel on how I put this little centerpiece together on my coffee table, and I absolutely love the way this came together. Again, I'm taking picks and greeneries and stems and things that I've had for a number of years and adding to this tray just to give it a festive touch and make it all tie back to not just the mantle and the Christmas tree, but the rest of the room as well. But one thing I am learning with all my Christmas decorating this year, and it's all coming by watching other people either on Instagram or on YouTube here, is you don't always need to add in the Christmas decor. Try incorporating some little subtle touches into your everyday decor, and it's amazing how it can still feel so festive, and that's something I'm really being conscious of this year. It's a hard lesson to learn for a maximalist like myself, but let me know in the comments below what kind of decorating tip have you learned from others this year. I'd love to hear. This piece is something that is really special to me. This corner cabinet was actually inherited from my in-laws. It's beautiful, but if you've ever tried decorating a corner cabinet, you know it can be a little tricky. The angles and the small spaces make it hard to style. But I want to add a few Christmas touches that tie into the rest of the room while keeping it with that cozy personal feeling. Because this piece is so meaningful, I really want the decorations to feel connected to the rest of the room. So I'm going to use a mix of some of my favorite holiday accents and just a few simple items that help bring the whole look together. I really love mixing in little pieces of Christmas decor, things that have that sentimental value or unique detail. It really helps to make your decor feel so much more personal. And nutcrackers play a big part of my Christmas core memories from the time when I was young and my mom would take me to see the Nutcracker Ballet every year, and then again when she started that tradition with my children, and now I am starting that same tradition with my grandchildren. So nutcrackers really do play an important part in my Christmas decor, and this is why you will see a lot of nutcrackers throughout my home. Adding in just a few meaningful pieces like that to reflect your style will make the space feel so warm and inviting. Now it's time to really make this room feel cozy and inviting for the holidays. And nothing says comfort like festive pillows and soft, snuggly blankets. Am I right? The pillows and blankets are one of my favorite ways to bring in some seasonal cheer. You don't need a ton of these items or even new ones. Just a few holiday colored pillows or a cozy throw can make such a difference. Plus, they are so functional. Perfect for those chilly winter nights when all you want to do is curl up with a good book or a holiday movie. Don't be afraid to mix different fabrics either. Velvet, wool, and even knitted textures all add to that cozy vibe. The more tactile, the better. It's all about creating a space that feels inviting and warm, especially as we get closer to those chilly winter months. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on how I decorated the tree, but after standing back the next day and seeing it in the daylight, there were some spots that I thought could add a bit more decoration. So I'm just going to take some of my older ornaments and just stick them in to the branches and try to cover up some of the bare spots. Once again, most of these items that I'm adding to the tree are actually dollar store ornaments. The red velvet balls that you see I purchased last year from Michael's, they are one of my all-time favorite ornaments that I've bought recently, along with these white glass balls. This is one of my favorite ones, as well as this Santa. These are just things I've had throughout the years and I just adore them. This little snowman with the purple hat is actually in memory of my dad, who passed away from pancreatic cancer. Purple represents pancreatic cancer, and we all went out and got one of these We couldn't believe it when we visited a Christmas store and found them with a purple hat. And this ornament that says Soulmates was actually a gift from my husband on our 10th wedding anniversary, and we have now been married 37 years. Hope you enjoyed decorating with me today. Remember, you don't need a lot of new things to make your space feel festive and cozy. It's all about adding personal touches and making your home a place you love to be. If you found some inspiration today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more holiday decorating ideas. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful week.